What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from THINCPRO Basketball, and in today's video, we're gonna go over the 3 secrets to a killer crossover. Let's get started. All right, guys, like I said, we're gonna go over 3 secrets to a killer crossover. Now, before we get started and dive into those secrets, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join THINCPRO Basketball. Now, the killer crossover, first things first, if you don't know what it is, the killer crossover is when you're going between the legs to a front cross, right? So you're between the legs to a crossover. So what's the secrets? Well, the first one, it deals with your between the legs, right? Your between the legs is the setup move. So you want to make sure that on that between the legs that you're moving forward. Some people may think that your killer crossover, you should be stationary and stay in one spot, but you want to make sure that that move between the legs is going forward, okay? And then you want to make sure that you're loaded on that front foot. So when I go between the legs, boom, I'm going forward, and all that weight and momentum is shifted on that front foot. All right, because that's the setup. That's where you're setting your defender up. So when you go here, you've got them leaning this way with you, which is going to open up that crossover. All right, so don't stay stationary, move forward and load all that pressure and momentum and power onto that front foot, because that's gonna lead into the second secret, which we'll talk about next. But I want you to concentrate when you go between the legs, because again, the killer crossovers are between the legs to a cross. We have to make sure that when we go into the move, boom, plant that foot. So now when we go into the second part of the move, we've loaded all that power here so we can shift it here when we cross. So secret number 1 is load all your power, momentum, and force onto that front foot to gear up for part number 2. All right, the next secret is afterwards, right? So we've done part number 1 where you're getting here, you're going between the legs, you've loaded all that power, momentum onto that front foot. Now on the crossover, we're trying to get by, okay? We're trying to create an advantage. So instead of crossing over to the side and evening yourself back up, we want to go between. Now when we cross, I want to go forward, okay? So I want to cross over here, right? So you see how I'm still going forward with my momentum to create the advantage past my defender, right? Because if I go here between and then I just cross over here, I don't really create an advantage unless I'm trying to get my jumper. I might have created a little bit of space. But if I cross between, I've got my defender shifted this way, trying to cut me off. Now when I cross back over here, I'm attacking their hip and I'm on my way to the basket. Okay, so we want to make sure that we stay low. When we go between the legs, put pressure on that defender. Now when we come back, we want to attack that hip of them, because then if we do that, it forces them to open up, to get out of their stance and try to recover. By that time, it's too late. We're on our way to the basket. All right, so we're here, boom, step 1, load. Second step, push out, get to the basket, and score, okay? Those are the first 2 secrets of the killer crossover. Make sure you load that front foot, and then that second part, push that ball out in front so you can create the advantage you're looking for and the opportunity to score at the rim. All right, Hoopers, the last secret I want to give you with the killer crossover is you have a counter. Right? You have a counter. You may think that the killer crossover is just that between the legs cross, right? But what if the defender plays it? And what if they play it well? What if they continue to stick you right in front of you? Well, you always have a counter, and you may not think you do. You may think that once you go to that killer crossover and they stop you, it's over. But you have that counter that you can use. So what we could do is go boom, between the legs, first step. First secret, we load that front foot. Second step, boom, we cross over in front. They play us again. Why don't we just come right back at them, boom, and get to the basket and score? So the third secret is you have a counter that you can use with the killer crossover. So after you perform the move, boom, they stay in front. Let me come back to where I started and score, okay? So just know that you always have a counter. No matter what move you're using, especially with the killer crossover, you always have a counter that you can use and react to against the defender and what they take away from you. So use that counter, but use it wisely. That's your third secret involved in the killer cross. All right, Hoopers, that's it for today's video. 3 secrets on how to use the killer crossover. If you liked it and enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join THINCPRO Basketball. We're providing you a professional level training that's easy to follow and that's going to deliver in-game results. Now, until I see you again next time, hit the gym, hit the court, put the work in, and remember to always keep hooping.